So you might be curious about why professors actually assign group projects. And there is a lot of reasons why they assign group projects. I'm going to talk about some of those today. So if you don't know me, I am Professor Dave Maslock. I'm an Associate Professor of Innovation Strategy and Entrepreneurship. And I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There are so many people that helped me out that I wanted to pay the favor forward to help you out as much as I possibly can. There's so many reasons. So, by the way, if you want to help out with the Reciprocity Project and you benefit from any of these videos, please, the last thing you could do to help out is the first thing you could do to help out is go and buy some reciprocity credits on the platform so we can grow this thing and make sure that it is a growing, cool platform. It is this sharing economy editing platform that I'm trying to build. So hopefully it's going to benefit you. It's going to benefit a lot of people. So, why do professors actually assign group projects? I'm going to tell you this straight up the front at the get-go. Is I don't think anybody really enjoys group projects. So there's sort of two moments or two sort of sides of the coin. There's usually the group projects work really well and everybody is having a great time, or you have just a complete flop. And the complete flop actually happens a lot more than where you have everybody is having a great time and it's really fun to do the group project. That's just experience. That's just what I've seen with other group projects and stuff like that. It's generally, you end up with a project or an output that is somewhat mediocre when you do group projects. So why do professors actually assign group projects? I'd like to do those from time to time. And there's lots of different reasons for them. So the first thing is we want to reduce the demands on ourselves and as well as you, right? We just don't want you to be doing a tremendous amount of work, but still get the benefit of learning about something and to get something that is interesting. So, and it's the same with us. So there's going to be, if we can get you to work in a group project of 3, that's going to be a heck of a lot less grading that we have to do. And we have other commitments that we have to do, such as doing research and teaching other courses and then doing committees and stuff like that. So it is definitely something that we consider in terms of when we do it and why we actually do that. The other thing is we want people to learn how to work in groups. So I teach in a business school, and working in groups is really, really important because a lot of how we actually do work in this world is with small groups. And if you can learn those sort of small, subtle skills that are really hard to learn, sometimes it benefits you in terms of how you are going to perform in the workplace compared to the way that you're currently performing. So learning those subtle skills are very, very important. And those subtle skills are things like, how to deal with conflict, for example, how to communicate with people in a group, how to work on, maybe you have a spreadsheet and working in Google Docs, for example, is a great way to do that. So learning those things and those little tools, it really does help out. And, the other thing to remember, it makes your life a lot more interesting when you're doing that. So we could do a lot of things on your own, but you can do your entire education for the rest of your life. I encourage you, if you really want to and you're really frustrated at this moment with group projects, I encourage you just to quit and learn everything on your own. You can learn everything. There's a library, and you can go to the library, in a city library, and learn all this stuff. There's amazing information out there. The problem is you're not going to. So it is a lot more difficult. There's all sorts of reasons for that. You're part of the process. You've got group dynamics. You have, you're paying for fees, or you're financially, you've got a stake, I guess, in it. So there's lots of ways to sort of think about and why you actually want to do this. But really, it's to make your life more interesting in many different dimensions. And that's another sort of component of it, is that if we just do all the same things where you are just reading from something, it gets really, really boring, and you lose interest in the course. We're trying to get it engaging and having fun and things like that. There are some tricks in terms of how to deal with groups. that I've learned along the way. I'm not perfect any means. I'm probably really terrible with working with groups, but I have learned some stuff in terms of how to work with groups. And the first thing that I would do if I were you, as soon as you get there, you just start writing down stuff. So you just kind of volunteer that you are going to be the person that writes stuff, and you just write down notes and you type it down. So now, you might type things down on a computer, but really you want to just start doing things and engaging. And the reason why you want to do it right away is because you get a lot of thoughts, and you're already, once you have a couple of pages written, you've got a lot of material all of a sudden written down. So you do get a lot of progress by doing that. And as you write things in the meeting, then you just kind of summarize it after. And it makes life so much more easier. You're just kind of summarizing it and then filling out the areas that are kind of weak when you, you go and assign things where you're like, well, we don't know that much here, or we can do this. We can fill out those different things. It just makes your life a lot easier by doing that. And that really helps out. Now, you might want to consider having somebody that leads the project and sort of keeps things going. But sometimes it's really awkward to do that, and you don't know what the right thing is. You just have to be the person to be on the ball in keeping on track of things. So you might end up defaulting to leading it, but you just have to keep on track of it and, just be well aware and get people to be interested in it. And, I get it. You don't want to be a pest, but at the same time, you have to keep prodding people in going forward with this thing. So a key thing with groups, though, that we do know, I know a little bit of the group's research, is that you should start pretty early, because it does take a while to form and group and create something that is interesting and work through some of these group dynamics before you actually start doing things. So start early and start working with it, and hopefully you're going to have a little bit of fun and learn something along the way. Those little soft skills, learning how to interact with people and not being afraid to actually voice your opinion and your thoughts. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed this video and you learned a little bit about why professors actually assign group projects. All right, take care. Bye.